All right, here we are with Cleveland. You can see we have Cleveland on his raised bed. Okay, the raised beds are really nice. They kind of keep him off the ground. We really like the raised beds also because it's very obvious or a defined space for those dogs to know if they're on or off, and for us to know as well if they're on or if they're off. Okay, so we just came in from our walk. I put Cleveland on the bed. I turn on the camera. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to love on Cleveland. Okay, so far we haven't really done much affection while we're on the walk, not much praise, but at this point on the bed, we really want to make the bed the happiest, safest place ever. For now, I'm going to leave the leash on. I took it off of his nose. I'm going to just leave it on around his neck so that if he gets off the bed, I have something I can step on or I can catch and I can bring him back to the bed with that as he's learning this next step in the game here. So I'm just going to do a lot of loving on him for a second. This is a great time to go through and make sure we can touch his paws, okay, both paws, okay, in the front, as well as the paws in the back, okay. This is just a good time for him to get used to it. If he really doesn't like it at this point, I'm not going to do tons of it because, again, I'm trying to build this as a safe, happy place. So I'm just giving him a very quiet, very soothing, kind of rub down. I want him to feel relaxed and I want him to feel comfortable here as we get into this space. Okay, I just put him in a room that we have. Montana's on the other side of the room over there. I put him on this side of the room. That's just how it kind of works out in this space. This is our hallway, so we're going to get some traffic through here. This is the kitchen area. So whatever that looks like in your home. Right now I'm keeping the two apart. Okay, just because if they're right next to each other, they're going to want to jump on each other's beds and that sort of thing. And we want them to learn to love their own space at the moment. So we have him in his own space. You can see he laid down because he's getting more comfortable. That's what we want. We want to see him get more comfortable here as he settles into this spot on the bed. Okay, now after I'm done loving on him and kind of reassuring him that this is an okay place, that he's safe here, I'm going to get up and I'm just going to do some small circles. Okay, some small partial circles as I walk around his bed. Okay, he's kind of in a corner here with this banister, so really he only has two sides which he could get off of and go for. So I'm just doing some little half circles as we go. Okay, so right now again, this is very much a mental exercise for Cleveland. Okay, he is choosing to stay on the bed or to get off the bed, right? There's no fence here. He could get off. He already got off once before I could get the camera turned on. But again, that's his choice. So after I make these half circles bigger and bigger and bigger, then I'm just gonna go about my day here in the room, right? So I purposely left chores to do in the kitchen so that as my day went on, I could say, all right, these guys are gonna stay here on their beds. I need to be attentive to them and watching what they're doing. And that way I can be in the same room, I can be being productive, but I'm not necessarily just sitting here watching him on the bed, right? The whole purpose, or the main purpose of the bed is we're not there every second, like we are on the leash, to kind of guide and direct them through that physical contact. We're going to be leading them and kind of correcting them when needed through that distance pressure, which I hope we get to show you here with Cleveland as we get things started. So, again, we're just going about our day, right? So I'm just going to be here in the kitchen. I'm going to be cleaning up. I'm going to be doing other things, cleaning up, helping out, doing whatever. I do not want to leave the room, okay, until I trust that he's going to stay on that bed, okay? I might step out, okay? If I think, oh, he's doing really good, I need to grab something from the other room, I'll be 2 seconds. I'm going to step out and I'm going to come back and I'm going to be back, okay? If I trust him to stay on his bed for those 2 seconds, I'm going to try that. Okay, and then I might go for 3 seconds later down the road, and I might go for 4 seconds, and I might go for a minute. You know, we're going to let it build as time goes on. If I have faith or confidence in him that he's going to stay on that bed, okay, then I'm going to step out and let him show me that he can do it. Show me that he's really settling into that comfortable position. Okay, but I don't want to leave him and then I come back and have him be off the bed, and for him to learn that, oh, as soon as he leaves, I can get off the bed and everything's fine. Okay, we want him to know and get responded, or not to know and to respond to, hey, no matter what happens, this is my best spot. This is my happy place. This is where I want to be. Whether it's the 4th of July on the fireworks on the 4th of July, whether it's a huge party you're throwing at the house, whether it's just noisy kids, okay, whatever the case might be, we're going to add in those distractions. So we're going to practice those distractions as time goes on so that no matter what happens around him, he can know, if I just stay here on my happy place, if I just stay here on my bed, Nothing can harm me. I'm totally fine, and I'm just the happiest dog in the whole world. Okay, so he's still laying there. He's doing a great job. Anytime you notice he's doing a good job and you think, man, he's doing really good, let him know that. Okay, we're going to come back up to him and we're going to praise him again. Okay, we're going to tell him how good he is. We're going to rub on him. We're going to let him know that he's doing a great job over here. He's being a good boy, Cleveland, huh? He's being a good boy. So I just want to reassure him and let him know that he is doing a good job, that this is a great place, and I'm going to reward him with that love and affection here on his bed. And that's where he's going to get that. Okay, that love and affection is going to come to him when he is the most calm, cool, and collected, the most relaxed, and the most just calm, like he's showing us he can do right now. Okay? And again, so I'm not going to watch him. We don't have to sit here and watch him the whole time. You should be doing chores throughout the house, right? Working from the table. Maybe this is in your office. Maybe you put him in the corner of the office. I don't know what the house looks like at your home, but whatever that looks like, if you can be in the room and you can have him in eye shot so that we can keep tabs on him, that's what we want. So we're just going to be here. We're going to be doing our things here in the house, and we're going to allow Cleveland to just kind of be calm, cool, and collected there on his bed. Now, let's say we're going through our day. Ollie, could you help me real quick? Yeah. Could you just get that vacuum out and just start vacuuming more over here, because that dog's nervous too. Okay? There we go. So we're going to be doing some vacuuming. Okay? Moving around. Here, Cleveland's getting a little bit more attentive. Okay? Maybe Cleveland likes the vacuum. That's awesome. Just vacuum past him. Go knock on the door over there and see if you can create a distraction for him. Okay? So, because you did really good at that, again, we're going to create some normal things, right? The doorbells ring, people say hello, people come and go. we want to recreate life or things that would trigger him or get him excited so that we can practice those when we have that time to practice. Okay, not when we don't have time to practice. Okay, then we're going to be frustrated because he's not behaving when, friends come over or whatever, right? Hello, come on in, welcome. Okay, perfect. So look how good Cleveland's doing. Okay, so because he's not doing anything wrong, we don't have any way to correct him. Let's see what else we can do. Okay, maybe he likes the food. Okay, walking past the house with some food. I got some muffins here for breakfast. Okay, whatever the case might be. Okay, and again, I don't know how to show it without him getting up. Okay, so we're just going to simulate this a little bit for the sake of the video. Okay, let's say he got up, right? So he got up. Okay, he put his body up. Oh no, he got off. I noticed. I'm going to get in front of him. I'm going to use my body language. He already sat down, but he's not sitting on the bed. So I'm just going to scoot my feet towards him. I'm going to let my body bump him. There, he got on the bed. He put his bum down. I'm going to turn, and I'm going to walk away. Okay? So I just used my body language. I said, you're not in the right place. I'm adding a little bit of pressure. I kind of had to nudge him a little bit with my toes because he was sitting off the bed. And I just wanted him to go back on the bed, back to that calm position. Okay? I am not going to go praise him right away, because then they're going to learn, oh, if I get up and I'm naughty, then I get praised, right? Well, we're not going to praise them because they were naughty. We're going to praise them when they're really good. So I'm just going to let him settle down again here, be calm and relaxed. And after I go do a few things and I recognize, like, man, he's still doing really good over there, then I'm going to go back and I'm going to love on him and I'm going to praise him some more. Okay? So this is that time on the bed. We're not right there next to him. We're not helping him out every step of the way. We are letting him mentally choose to be here and relax and focus and work through things as we go. Okay, we're going to give him a quick little break here. You can see we have Montana on this side of the room. Okay, she's still working on her time on the bed over here. While I was out on the walk, my son was watching her, which was awesome. Okay, and she's over there, nice and relaxed. And then we're going to have Cleveland here on this side of the room for a little while. Okay, and we're going to move these around a little bit as we get going and we get settled in. But first today, we just want them to get nice and settled. We really want to get this spot comfortable. Okay, you can see Cleveland's in a high traffic zone here, so we're going to have lots of people going past here. Okay, lots of traffic, lots of people. Something else I want to point out here. You can see Cleveland is, well, he had his tongue out a second ago, just panting. Okay, he's breathing pretty hard. He's a little bit pretty nervous. Okay. And again, it's all new. It's very different. He doesn't understand exactly what's happening, but he's starting to work through that and get more comfortable as he thinks through. So this is, again, very much a mental exercise for them. They're practicing, okay, that impulse control. Okay, this is where they learn it. So the stages that we're going to go through, or the steps that we're going to go through with his training, we let them go out for free play, in case them to get their wiggles out, kind of that physical exercise they needed in the morning. Okay, then we went for our walk, so on leash time, that mental training on leash, that impulse control on leash. Now we're working on off leash or just on the bed. Okay, that impulse control, finding that relaxed position, creating this as a happy place. And then the fourth one will be, we're gonna go to a reflection space. That's just gonna be into our laundry room, somewhere where we can close the door. They don't have options of, should I stay or should I go? You know, what should I be doing? Okay, they're just in there to relax and calm down and kind of just let it all soak in for the day, right? So as if they had something stressful they did that day, like for us, if we had a very stressful day at work or we had a big presentation, you know, if we just went out and partied, we wouldn't really let it all sink in, right? We wouldn't kind of go through it. But if we went home, we sat on the couch, went into bed, and we just kind of processed it all, went through every step of the day, like what did I do good, what wasn't so good, what worked, what didn't work. Okay, that's the reflection space. We want them to reflect upon everything they did that day or during that last session, okay, of training on the walk and on the leash, and then how they could keep that improving time upon time. So we're going to let Cleveland here practice on the bed, and Montana on the other bed while I practice, while I clean the house, and I'm attentive to their moods or their needs. And if I have to step away or I have to leave and I can't be attentive to them, okay, then I'm going to put them into that reflection space where they will stay until I'm ready to start the cycle over. Free time, walk, bed, reflection again. Okay, so that's our cycle, and we'll get going.